Hi everyone, Jervin here, and today I want to go over the three main drills that I like to use whenever I teach a backflip. Quick note, this is not going to be a full tutorial on a backflip. There's tons of tutorials out there that already do that. Instead, what I'm going to be doing differently is actually I'm going to be focusing on one specific part, which is just the set. I believe that is a super important part when you're first learning it, and a lot of your focus should go into that. Also, I wanted to give you guys drills so you can pretty much practice at home or anywhere else with little to no equipment. If you do want to go into a backflip as a whole, what I would suggest and highly recommend is actually going to a place that has a mat or a foam pit and someone that can actually spot you when you do go for the flip. That way it's a lot safer. That being said, let's get started. So for this tutorial, like I said, it's going to be broken down into three parts. The first one is going to be a candlestick drill. The second part is going to be an arm swing drill. And then the third part is pretty much a combination of 1 and 2 with a jump. So drill number 1 is the candlestick drill, and how you're going to start that is actually you're going to be lying down on the ground on your back, and what you want to do is you want to create a straight line. So arms are going to be up by your ears, and then your legs are going to be together. From that position, without taking your back or your arms off the ground, I want you to try to bring your knees and your heels up and behind you at the same time. Now you want to do this part fast because that motion that you're doing is actually what's going to be initiating the flip when you go for your back flip. So the faster you do that, the better. Now, as you bring your knees and your heels up and behind you, you want to hit a position where you're basically on your shoulders, and that is the candlestick position. All right, once you hit that candlestick position, I want you guys to try to hold that for about 2 seconds, and then from there, I want you to bring your knees down, and then your hands can go grab your knees, going for a tuck, and that is pretty much the tuck shape that you are making when you do go for the back flip. So drill number 2 is the arm swing drill. Now this drill is very important because when you swing your arms all the way up, not only does it help you get height, but also sets your back straight. Now if your back is straight, there's not a whole lot of resistance for your lower body to make it around your upper body. Funny little story about this, when I was first learning how to do a backflip, no matter how hard I was trying to get my knees and my heels over me, I really wasn't making it around until I started using my arms. And my thinking, I thought, hey, if my arms don't really go down at any point, they're not being used. Why would I use it in the beginning? I was wrong. You definitely need to use it. Please swing your arms. So for the arm swing drill, I actually like to use weights for that one. The reason for that is with the weights, it kind of gives me a little bit of resistance. And with the resistance, I have to be more conscious of what I'm doing with my arms. As well as it kind of helps me develop some power later on that I would need when I actually do the arm swing by itself. Okay, an ideal weight that you guys want to use when it comes to this drill would be something heavy enough that there is a little bit of a struggle when you swing your arms, but it shouldn't be so heavy that you lose technique. So the proper technique is just making sure that when you swing your arms, it's straight, and it can go all the way right on top of your head. I like to think biceps to your ears, okay? So for this drill, I'm going to demonstrate it really quickly here. There's 3 positions that I want you guys to hit. And for every single position here, I want you guys to hold it for about like a couple of seconds, just to kind of practice that timing later on, the proper timing for it, okay? So from here, I'm gonna show you guys to the side. The first position is the wind up. So I'm gonna wind my arms back as I bend my legs, okay? Now, from here, the second step would be position 2, arm swings all the way up to my ears, arms are straight. And then 3, I'm gonna extend my whole body as straight as possible, keeping the weights up. And I want to try to hold this shape for about 2 seconds. Nice and tight. Try not to let your back arch a little bit here. It's going to be a little bit hard, but try to be conscious of that as well. Another thing that I want to add with the arm swing drill is that you guys get more comfortable with it. So in terms of like the steps and the timing and the speed, I want you guys to actually speed it up a little bit more, and you want that speed to basically get closer to the actual arm swing that you're going to be doing when you do the backflip. So drill 3 is our final drill, and that is a jumping drill. What this is basically, it's a combination of drill 1 and 2, and I've broken it down into 2 parts. The first one is a straight jump, okay? So for the straight jump, what I want you guys to do is actually pick a line to go on. This is gonna be sort of your guideline to help you that when you do jump, we're trying to aim up, we're not trying to go too far forwards or too far back. All right, so using that line, we're gonna take that same arm swing motion that we did in drill 2, and then instead of just extending, I wanna make sure I'm actually jumping as high as I can, keeping my arms up and keeping a straight line throughout the whole thing. Okay, so quick demonstration. I'm gonna wind up, arm swing, come back down to the line, and notice when I landed, I didn't drop my arms. I want you guys to just kind of get used to keeping your arms up throughout this whole thing. So the second part in our jumping drill is now we're gonna take that straight jump that we just did, We're gonna keep our upper body exactly the same, but what we're gonna do is as soon as we push off, we're gonna try to do that knee lift that we did in drill 1. So when we bring our knees up, try to bring your heels with you as well. Now you wanna make sure when you do bring them up, we're not gonna bring them all the way up. We're not trying to completely flip here. We just wanna feel an initiation, a little bit of initiation with a flip. So I like to aim more for my hip level. So when I do my jump, I kept my back straight, kept my arms up. My knees and my heels should be shooting up towards my hip level, and if you do it properly, you're gonna feel like you're getting pulled back. So those are the 3 main drills that I like to do whenever I teach a backflip. I'm hoping it helps you guys out a lot. Personally, I think backflips are physically easy, it's just mentally scary in the beginning. So to help you with that one, I would suggest practicing in a safe environment where there's a mat, or even if you can, find an experienced partner to help you get over. That way it's one less thing for you to think about. But yeah, otherwise, I wish you guys the best of luck. Train safe and have fun.